Hi guys, welcome to the Occult Raven. I'm Kendra. So I want to do a quick video on why your spells may not be working. And this is probably the number one question that I see floating around or that people ask me. You know, I cast a spell a month ago, a week ago, 3 months ago. Why isn't my spell working? Did I use the wrong candle? So, you know, I'm here to just lend my experience as an occult practitioner and my voice to this question. So, why aren't your spells working? You know, one thing that we have to understand is there is a certain amount of protection that is given to humanity in general. And this goes for anyone trying to manifest anything in their life. And I'm talking about manifest in terms of prayer, spell work. You know what I mean? It is really all the same thing. So imagine if you actually brought to fruition everything that you asked for, or everything you felt like you wanted, or everything you felt like you needed. You know, you would create your own hell, okay? A lot of the times I see, you know, people talk about why their love spells have not worked. And you think about, you know, that is a very strong emotion, and you can probably hear in the background, maybe I hope it's not too loud, Erykah Badu. If you are not familiar with her album Mama's Gun, you're welcome. I love her, so I always have her playing somewhere around the house, but nonetheless, you know, I see that a lot of people are doing spells and spell work and, you know, really trying to command another person to either love them, lust after them, be with them, move in with them. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, that is a very emotional thing. So yes, you will have a certain amount of protection that is given to you from the ethers, from your divine self, okay? As above, so below, that whole thing, right? So we are all a part of that one divine, and you have that within you. So you are, by design, given that protection, because, you know, if we brought to light everything that we wanted to manifest or everything that we wanted to get rid of, it would be a very bad situation, an even worse situation here, okay? So understand that, you know, there is a buffer point between your conscious mind when you're casting spells and when you're alert and thinking of these, you know, oh, I really like to be a millionaire, okay? That's your conscious mind feeling like you need $1 million, right? And I'm not saying that's bad. Have the fuck at it, right? But there is a buffer between you wanting to manifest and casting a spell to become a millionaire or a thousandaire, okay? And so your conscious mind casting that spell and being there, and the buffer point, and there is the subconscious mind, okay? That is your divine self saying, well, hold on, you know, because you don't exactly know what to do with $100. You don't know what to do with $10, okay? You don't know what to do with $1 in your pocket. So, you know, wanting $1 million in there is kind of like, do you really need that? Let's rethink that, okay? Or, you know, you want to cast a love spell, or you want this new job, knowing, you know what I mean, you're going after this particular thing that is not exactly fitting into your path at the moment. And that also goes into free will and your divine self. While you have absolutely a certain amount of free will, 100%, you have to understand that that is very connected to your higher self and your divine mind. Okay, so that is that buffer point. Another thing that I like to tell people is, you got to understand that casting spells and spell work need a particular amount of love behind them. And it doesn't matter what kind of spell work you're doing. It doesn't have to be spell work or love spell work. You can be doing something for your health. You know what I mean? There has to be, your heart chakra has to be connected to that particular spell work in order for it to manifest in the light that you feel like it needs to manifest in. Okay, so understand the difference between calling on a particular deity or spirit or God and having assistance in casting spells, and then using your own power, okay, which you should be curating, okay, be the magician in your life. Absolutely, if you feel connected to a deity or a God or a spirit or energy, call upon that, absolutely. However, you need to be cultivating your own magic as a divine person, right? Because that is your birthright. Magic is your birthright. So, understand the difference between the two. So, with calling on a deity or an energy, a God, a spirit to assist you in your magic, and fueling your own magic just from yourself, there has to be a particular amount of love behind that. Your chakra, your heart chakra, has to be in alignment with that, right? And we're talking about a vibration here. So, while you are sending out a particular vibration, you may not be there at that moment. Or, you may be sending out or casting spell work and you're actually above that vibration. So you're not matching that, right? So your vibration has to be in sync with that. And I have found through practice that a way to get your vibration in sync is to use and work with your heart chakra, right? So another thing that I like to talk about is absolutely your intention behind your work. You have to have a very strong intention behind commanding spells, because if you're talking about doing a spell to get a particular job, if you're talking about spell work for love, for a very specific person, you are commanding. That is your full intention going out there. So you have to have a very, very strong intention behind that, right? And I mean going as far as to talking it out with yourself, okay? As you are casting your spell, I am looking for this particular job, or I'm looking for this specific person, man or woman, to come into my life because of A, B, and C. You know what I mean? There has to be a very strong intent behind that, right? Again, you have your free will to cast any spell that you would like, 100%. You can go out and buy 1,000,000 red candles and cast a love spell every single day. But understand that that is going in accordance, and it is in guidance of, your highest self, your divine mind, because it always knows what is best for you, right? When your conscious mind fails you, and trust me, it will fail you every time. That conscious mind, when you go to sleep, that subconscious mind kicks in, that conscious mind stops, and a lot of problems can be solved, and you can find the resolution to a lot of your dilemmas and issues in your divine mind, your subconscious mind, right? So don't play that off at all. And the last thing I want to talk about is, patience. You have to have a very high tolerance for for waiting for shit. Patience is definitely a virtue, and it is not to be taken for granted. When you feel like you want something to come about, like Harry Potter, it's not going to. This is not Lord of the Rings. You may have a wand, but you are not abracadabra, all right? And it's just coming about. Imagine if that actually happened, though. If everything that you thought of in that moment and wanted to manifest, okay? Because there are things that we feel strongly about that we absolutely do not need and should not have in our lives, right? Again, it will create a hell for you that we feel very strongly we need, and you don't, okay? Just think back to, 5 years ago. What did you wish and hope for? You can look at that now and cringe and be like, oh, I actually really wanted that particular thing. Job, mate, living quarters, whatever, and you can look at that now and just be like, I really didn't need that in my life at all. So imagine if everything we wanted to manifest just came about like Harry Potter. You know what I mean? It would be a disaster. Again, the man or woman, or young man or woman that wants the $1 million in their life. You know what I mean? Honestly, do you know what to do with the money that you have currently? Okay? Do you know how to make space for $1 million? So understand that you are protected, because that is your subconscious, your highest self, your divine mind that is saying, wait a minute. Let's line it up, okay? Let me put this in there in your life. I'll put this in your life, this, that, and the third. And then that $1 million may come 10 years down the line, okay? Don't think that the spell work is not working. There is an alignment in your life that needs to occur in order for you to manifest certain things. So really quickly, another thing that you can think about is bringing in the aid of special deities and energies to aid you in quickly manifesting spell work. So one energy or saint that I can talk about is Saint Expedite. And Saint Expedite is widely used in New Orleans in hoodoo, spell work, and magic. And obviously Expedite, that is, and I'll make a video more in depth, but that is a very specific saint that helps to bring and manifest what you need quickly, okay? Expediting the situation, right? But still understand that that is going in alignment, in accordance with your path, okay? So, that's definitely a saint that you can look into if you feel like you really need your your spell work to manifest like quickly, like I really need, you know, this $500, or I really need my car payment, my house payment, my this, da, 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 da. You know, if you feel like you really need something to come about in your life, and I'm talking about something that you need, right? However, you can, you know, you say expedite at your discretion. You're grown. That's your business. Okay. But I'm talking about from experience, you know what I mean? Looking to say expedite for things that you really need. Right. So I hope that this sheds some light on your doubts. Don't doubt yourself. Okay. The fact that you cast a spell a month ago, you know, and you don't see the fruits of that, you know, do not put out in the ethers or the air. Don't put that your vibration out there, your voice, which is a vibration, that, oh, you know, my spell did not work, because you are actually stopping that spell right in its tracks. Okay, it's not gonna work, right? Just see, and I suggest to, I'm like looking for my journal, but look for writing in your journal. You know what I mean? Get a dream journal and keep what happens daily written down in a journal. And I promise you that you will see things shifting in your life. Because again, this is not Harry Potter. Okay? I need $500. Boom, $500. It's in my hands. No, it doesn't work like that, right? But getting, you know, getting more hours to work at work, or, you know, being able to, finding something in your home that you can sell, right? To get money is, you know, you have to look at those things and understand that is your spell working. Okay, don't overlook those small things, especially when it comes to money, because that is so fluid, right? It is not exactly looked upon like health spells and love spells. Money is like water, guys. It's so fluid. So if you are out there casting a spell for abundance and prosperity, you know what I mean? Don't overlook that $5 that you just found in your back pocket somewhere and be like, oh, now this is not the $500. You know what I mean? But look at that as, now I need $495, okay? Or like I said, you know, finding something in your home that you can sell. And, oh, you know, in my closet I found a pair of whatever that I don't wear anymore. I'm going to just sell it. So, you know, don't overlook those things as, oh, it's not $500. Also, remember that because this is not Lord of the Rings, you need to put your body in action, okay? If you want a new job, if you want, you know, more money in your life, if you want streams of income, if you want better health, okay? This is not abracadabra. You need to, you know, go out there and look for work. You need to eat better, okay? Don't just cast a spell to have, you know, an amazing health, and, you know, and you're stuffing down fried Oreos, which are actually very good. But, you know, you got to understand that you have to move your body. You have to put yourself in action and get in alignment with, catch up to your vibration of what you're trying to manifest. Catch up to that vibration, because the fact that it has come out of your mouth, it's already manifested in the spiritual realm. Okay? It already has. You need to catch up to that particular vibration. So do not write off your spell work. Don't be impatient. Don't put that out there in a vibratory manner to the ethers, to the cosmos. Oh, my spell, hasn't worked, or my spell didn't work. You know what I mean? Look for the small shifts in your life, okay? Especially if you are trying to manifest something that you feel like is big, okay? It's going to come more than likely, unless you are a certified, curated sorcerer, okay? It is going to come in shifts in your life, okay? And also, and I will do a video on this, again, from experience as an occult practitioner. Learn the cycles of your spell work, right? And this only comes through practice. No one can tell you that. You know what I mean? Don't leave in the comments, what is the cycle of my spell worker? You have to cast a lot of spells in order to understand the cycles of your spell work. So if you do a spell, and let me explain really quickly, because I didn't mean for this video to be this long, but if you cast a spell and let's say you want to bring in a new job, and you cast a spell and on a new moon or a full moon, okay, which is definitely both appropriate for bringing in prosperity, abundance, and in specific situations in your life. And the next 2 days you're like, where's my job? You know what I mean? You have to continue to cast those types of spells in order to understand what your manifestation cycles are. Okay? And I'll do a video for that. I hope this helps someone. I talk about things that I have been through as an occult practitioner, and I know that this resonates with a lot of people who ask the question, why isn't my spell working? Don't doubt yourself. Keep working at it. You are magical, right? The very fact that you thought of casting a spell, you're on the right path. Keep going. Don't doubt yourself. Like, share, subscribe. And this is the Occult Raven signing off. Peace.